Alright, so now we dive into the concept wireframe stage of Octalysis Prime. After doing all that work, finding the strategy dashboard, the Octalysis brainstorming through the 4 phases, power and ease list, the battle plan spreadsheet, finally know what we're going to do, and now we're going to create what the user will see and feel and touch and hopefully fall in love with. And so at the beginning, the whole island is covered up with clouds, and you can ignore the right bottom. That thing isn't there at the beginning. And so at the beginning, it's just, hey, a video pops up, get to press play. It's very important to not confuse people at the very beginning onboarding. You give people 50 amazing features, they get overwhelmed, they do 0 of it. But if you give them a few, then they appreciate it, and then they unlock more and more and more, and suddenly they appreciate all 50 of them at the end. So you get to play the video, and it'll say something like, "Welcome to Octalysis Prime! This is so cool, yada yada," stuff like that. And then, okay, next. Now, if my audience was just native English speakers, I'd probably just have it automatically take it to the next page. But I have a lot of international audiences, and maybe some of them don't listen to English as quickly. And as you can see, I speak English pretty quickly sometimes when I get very passionate. So here I allow them to either select next or even allow them to replay if they want to listen to it. And nothing special in this video, nothing mind-blowing, but it's just make people feel comfortable. You don't want them to keep feeling from the very beginning, feeling that, oh, I couldn't catch up. What is he talking about? I missed it. That's a bad thing. The next thing is see if you have friends in Octalysis Prime, right? Because at this point, you haven't reached the first major win state yet for the user. And so if you just say, hey, go invite your friends, spam your friends, then people are like, well, why should I do that? It's good for you. Why should I don't even know if I like it yet. So they don't want to do it. But based on principles of social influence and unpredictability, most people do want to see, hey, if I already have friends on Octalysis Prime, that would be very, very nice. And we know that's good social proof. So, all right, let's check it out. And I'll say, woot, you have 11 friends on OP. Would you like to connect? Like some of them, connect. Now, what happens when the user does not have any existing friends? And at the beginning, since we're new, that's going to be the majority of the case, right? You're going to be the first person among your friends to sign up. And what happens is you don't want to make it a negative event, right? It's like, oh, no social proof. No one likes this. It's stupid. I'm just so lonely. Maybe I didn't even make the right choice purchasing the subscription for Octalysis Prime. So what I've done is when you connect to Facebook and you are the only person in your network in Octalysis Prime, it'll take you to this page. You're a pioneer. You've earned pioneer status. And so this is saying, hey, look, you're an innovator. Out of all your friends, you're the first person to join Octalysis Prime. And so you're amazing. Good job for you. And of course, we're also going to give you some status and some power. So below says all your core drives will level up 10% faster. And only you have that, right? None of your friends will ever have this now because they're your friend. And so you look cooler, you're a pioneer, and you level up faster than others. So it's turning a potential negative experience into a win state, into a happy win state. And so, again, doesn't necessarily work for everyone, I think. But at least we've considered it. We're always using our empathy skills to go through the experience, think about where could people feel bad, feel stupid, feel lonely, try to make that into a positive spot. And that's very important in Octalysis design. So then, hey, you're ready to explore and learn. Let's do this. So, and then again, you can click next or replay it. And then the cloud slowly fades away and you see the center of it. Again, don't want to show them too many options, one place. And the only place you can go right now, the Octalysis building in the center. So I'm assuming most people will click on that center. And then you go into the Octalysis building. And it'll say, hey, click this, right? This is what we call a glowing choice design. You always tell people what to do so no one feels stupid. When the user thinks, oh, what should I do now? That's also when they think, oh, maybe I should go check my email or go to YouTube, check on my kids. And so you always want to guide them for as long as you can. So once you click it, you see the introduction to the Octalysis core. And it'll tell you what it is. And then I let people choose. In 2 options. 1, I don't know anything about the Octalysis framework. 2, I am familiar with the Octalysis framework. And so if they say, I don't know anything about the Octalysis framework, I take them to this page and I'll say, hey, good to be familiar with Octalysis framework. You can check out one of these resources. Read my blog, which takes 10 minutes, or you can watch my TEDx talk, which takes 17 minutes, or if you really want to learn a lot more, you can check out the Google Speech, which is about an hour and a half. So now when you say, I now understand the Octalysis framework, then it says, oh, congratulations, now you're going to do the challenge to prove that you know the stuff now. So either you can click I'm ready or go review. When you say I'm ready, now the Octalysis appears, right? It says click here. So when you click on it, now you get to drag and drop, black hat, white hat, stuff to it. So suddenly there's like pew, 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 little animation, and then you can drag the core drives into it, and you got all 8 of them, and then pew, 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 suddenly there's like shiny, shiny, cool. This little thing appears, and he says, "You freed me! Tap on me to see what I can do." Tap on it and says, "Thank you for freeing me. In return, I will help you navigate the island like a personal companion. I can keep track of your skill growth, store coins for you, and help you unlock new powers on this island." Awesome! Then it says, first, let's make sure I know who I'm helping. Go to profile and tell me more about yourself. And over here, we don't want to overwhelm people with so many options they don't know what to do. We guide them through the activity loop at least once. That's very important for onboarding. And then you just fill these things out. At the bottom, you can fill out a superpower. And then once you do that, on the left, you can see the lock breaks. Ding. And then it says, so nice to meet you, Sheldon. I love your superpower, if you put that in. If you didn't, it'll say something else. Now, go to stats to see how you can level up and unlock new powers on the island. And this is the part that I'm most excited about Octalysis Prime. I think this is the biggest innovation. And the key thing is, I've seen a lot of gamified education platforms out there. And most of them, when they say they're gamified, it's a very linear journey. Take course 1, course 2, course 3. Yay, you've done it. And even if you have points, it's just always the same. So it's like, do these 10 courses and reach this level, get this badge. And remember, in Octalysis design, the best core drive, more often than not, is core drive 3, empowerment of creativity and feedback, right? Giving them meaningful choices, giving them different styles of play. So not everyone does the same exact thing. There's strategy involved, there's synergetic skills, they can pull out spreadsheets to do it. So I was thinking about, how do I add empowerment of creativity and feedback into the Octalysis Prime experience? And so I thought, well, what would be great is if people can learn different things, and as they learn things, they will level up their core drives separately. So each video has different emphasis. Some are more about social influence, some are more about epic meaning and culling. And as you learn this stuff, you will grow in your core drive stats. I call them the core drive EXP. And so now there's an element of strategy, right? You can choose to say, I want to be the expert on these 2 core drives. I want to double down. I want to push them out. I want to be awesome in them. Or you can say, well, I want to be a generalist. I want to know a bit about every core drive, grow in a balanced fashion, right? So different types of people play it differently, and they can grow differently. So here you see status is blue, right? It's 0 unlocked powers. So a little bit of scarcity, like, whoa, what are these unlocked powers? And you can see how all your core drives have 2 EXP points. You're level 1 for that core drive because you did the Octalysis challenge. So the glowing choice right now says, hey, click on the status blue. So you click on it, and here you get to the point where we show powers. And I think this is super exciting. You'll see here that as you reach level 10 on these different core drives, you will unlock various powers that are relevant to those core drives. If you ever played Mega Man before, or Rockman, depending where you live, in my book I describe it. One of Mega Man's key innovations is that it allowed users to choose which stages they want to play first. Because at the time, all games were linear. You do stage 1, you do stage 2, you do stage 3, stage 4. And Mega Man says, no, these are the 8 available stages, and you can choose which one you want to start with. And if you beat that stage, you get to learn new powers that you can use on the other stages. So then people start to strategize. Okay, I'm going to beat this stage first, use this power to play this stage better, and use that power to play this stage better. And it became a fun experience, and the replayability large. People are really excited about it. So what I have here are, again, different powers. And you'll see later that some of these powers synergetically help each other. And again, by the way, these are not finalized. These are preliminary. These are just what I'm thinking about right now. They could change. Don't pin me on it. I'm just sharing my designs, not the full product, or it's not a promise. Okay, so for instance, if you level up in Core Drive 1 Epic Meaning and Calling, you will unlock the world-saving pointer. Vote for a non-profit Yukai Chao's company will do pro bono work for, right? It's relevant. If you're learning a lot of Epic Meaning and Calling stuff, that means you care about create an impact in the world. You want to do more good, hopefully, in the world. And so if you get a lot of points there, then you can tell me what nonprofit my organization just worked for free. And that's some Core Drive 1 power. But if you level up in Core Drive 2, Development Accomplishment, with the EXP Accelerator, Octalysis Prime activities will gain 40% more EXP for their associated core drives, right? And so some people might even think right there, like, whoa, that's so cool. That means if I want to play this game well, maybe I should first double down on Core Drive to Development Accomplishment, right? Because if I get to level 10 on Development Accomplishment, I will get this EXP Accelerator, and then everything else I do will be 40% faster. So I should do this first because it empowers the others. It's a booster. So that's one of the ways to think about it, right? Different ways to play the game. So if you level up in Core Drive 3 Empowerment of Creativity and Feedback, get the Challenger Key, unlock the Challenges session, and take on high-level challenges while earning more EXP and Chao Coin. So Empowerment of Creativity and Feedback means you're using creativity solving new problems. And so if you do a lot of that and you get this Challenger Key, you get to open up a new section on the island. So there's hard challenges that you have to use your creativity to resolve, and so it gives you more opportunities to be creative. Core Drive 4 is Gold Digger. If you get to level 10 on Core Drive 4 Ownership and Possession, you will get the Gold Digger power, which says gain 40% more bonus Chao coins when opening the daily chest and from winning challenges. So you don't know this yet, but every day there will be a chest, and when you open it, it will give you anywhere between 90 to 130 Chao coins. And what does the Chao coins do? You'll have to see a little bit later. But they will be useful and valuable. So the Gold Digger, if you level up in the Gold Digger, that means that when you open the chest, you'll get the Chao coins, and it'll have a 40% more bonus, so you get more coins faster. Powerful Gold Digger. Core Drive 5 is Buddy Connector. So it allows you to get connected with a Success Buddy. And every activity you do with a Success Buddy will generate boosters. And so these boosters will help you do other things more effectively on the island. So again, things are better together, and this allows you to create group quests. If you reach level 10 in Scarcity and Impatience, Core Drive 6, you will get the Corner Cutter. And it says every Core Drive level requires 30% less to level up. So if you've been thinking, some people would think, oh, wait a second, that means if I get the EXP Accelerator, I get 40% more EXP. With the Corner Cutter, I required 30% less EXP to level up. These power-ups synergetically work together. Once I get those, I should get the Challenger Key, right? Because it unlocks a new section on the island where I can do more things to gain more EXP. And now when I do it, I get my bonus. And also, I get to do the Buddy Connector. When I connect with a buddy, every attack activity generates some boosters, so maybe it'll help me do XP more, right? So suddenly you see how all these things synergetically work together. And so then, Core Drive 7, Unpredictability and Curiosity. If you reach level 10 on that, then you get Blossom Boom, which is you increase the daily chest production speed by 100%. Enable a new chest every 10 hours. So before, it's every 20 hours, now it's 10 hours. So you can potentially double the coins you earn every day. And again, it's Unpredictable Curiosity, which means you can play the gambling game a bit more often. And so again, if you're thinking about maximizing your gold coins instead, then instead of doing the EXP Accelerator and the Corner Cutter, you would say, oh, wait a second, I'm going to first do the Blossom Boom challenge, and then I'm going to get the Gold Digger, so I open the chest more often every day, and every chest I open, I get 40% more chests. And then maybe I'll still want to get the Challenger Key next, because I'll take on challenge that give me more Chao coins, and maybe the Buddy Connector helps. So again, it allows you to figure out what you care about, how you're going to play the game, choose the right order to play the game.